We're starting off with the Pancake Breakfast, and then the Southern Wave Music and Dance Society that will be showcasing the Okinawan culture. And then we have our speeches and the ribbon cutting for the grand opening of the garden. And it's called Greenwood Nikkei Memorial Garden, dedicated to the 1,200 Japanese Canadians who were interned here. I was very naive about the Japanese Canadian history. At one point when I was teaching, something clicked. I was so insecure about lack of this knowledge of our own history. I said, when I turn 65, I'm retiring completely. And then after that, it's going to be my time to research on the Japanese Canadian history. I decided to write a book called Hanatare Bozu, Runny Nose Brats of Greenwood. I had a book launch at the museum. And then Claire at the museum said, there's a Japanese park here. And I said, not in my lifetime that I knew there was a park here. All I know is this was a swamp, and we had a raft, and we would look for tadpoles and salamander. And then 2014, I approached the city that I want to restore this park. Local donors helped finance for the Peace Crane sculpture, the World War I memorial. We approached the city, and immediately they were very responsive. They said, yes, we'll start. The contribution was unbelievable. By 2023-24, we were collaborating to have the garden created.
So I decided to create a traditional garden with stones at the center. The overall design is based on a dry garden, like kare sansui. It's Sanzon Seki refers to a traditional stone arrangement found in Japanese garden, typically composed of 3 stones arranged in a symbolic formation. It is said that the stone will watch over this garden for a generation to come.
It's an amazing project to be a part of, from ground zero, a raw landscape, to transform it into this beautiful garden. It's been an incredible experience for me. Working with Hiro Okusa and Kunpei Wakino is an amazing experience. Their skill and precision and attention to detail is incredible to be a part of.
I'm the granddaughter of Mayor W.E. McArthur Sr. I was born in Greenwood 1 year after the evacuation. So all my memories are of the Japanese Canadians being in Greenwood.
When I was growing up here in Greenwood, like I've mentioned before about how welcoming Mayor McArthur was, we didn't know we were living in a Japanese Canadian internment camp. And I didn't even know it was the first internment camp. And then when Mayor McArthur became a mayor in 1941, what's his first mandate? To revive this town.
Many communities said no Japanese. They refused, and it was a very difficult time, and the mayor welcomed the Japanese to come. So 1,200 Japanese came in 1942 to a community which was a ghost town by then, with 200 people remaining from its previous 3,000 during the booming days in the 1900s.
So he puts an ad in the paper, Greenwood will not refuse to accept the Japanese Canadian. And guess who reads the ad? Father Benedict Quigley of the Franciscan Order. And he came here and collaborated with Mayor McArthur. And they said, our Catholic parishioners, they need a safe place to go. We're being forced out of Vancouver. And then the mayor, he wanted to revive the town. So it was a win-win situation.
So the history where they talk about the Franciscan nuns being so loyal to the community, they came with and schooled. So Mom was forever grateful for it. Was Sister Antoinette?
Well, because she's in, that's where we were, and then we have to move somewhere away from COVID. So nuns say, oh, we will come with you.
The Mayor McArthur didn't really obey the federal government. We could own or operate businesses here. None of the restrictions were limited to us or restricted. We lived like regular citizens, residents of Greenwood. He wrote this letter stating that you're welcome to stay here. And as a result, we were not forced to relocate again and start our lives all over again. The Japanese Canadians, or even Japanese immigrants, they don't want to talk about the bad things that happened to them. They call it kuro, hardship, painful hardship. They will never talk to the children because they don't want to transfer that negative resentment, anger to their children.
My parents, when we grew up, they didn't want to hurt me or tell me maybe about it. It was really quite hush-hush. Mom and Dad, I wish they had told me more, but they didn't express that.
My dad never said anything, but he did say once or twice. He had all this stuff and it was all taken away. You know, that's all he said to us. But I'm sure that was a lot. So that's probably why I'm so emotional, because our parents just move on. We didn't talk about it a lot, but now we're realizing, you know, what they went through.
You need something to help the younger generations remember what happened in the past and not to forget some of the injustices that have happened. My own children, for example, they're fourth generation Canadians. They hardly know anything about my background.
I feel like it's an honor to be here today to really understand and see what my ancestors essentially went through, to see how their legacies have lived on even after those internment days and after World War II.
My name was Terumi Maede. I came here in 1942. I was only 3. I still remember seeing the people going to Japan, leaving here for Japan. And we went to the train station, and I remember waving goodbye to them.
I was surprised at the level of emotion that I felt listening to the music, watching my mom watch, and my auntie Aiko, and just seeing all of this together. And I think the sense of community, it just gives me so much pride in our family history, which we've always felt.
I don't know, it's just beautiful. I just love this, you know. I just can't believe that somebody started this here, right?